everyone, my name's and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm joined by Jack once again. How are you, Jack?
Hello, how are you?
Very good. We are going to be talking all things WWE, and we're going to talk about the state of the company right now, the issues that are at hand, and what we think would be the best way to change it. We have called this like an impromptu meeting because of the things that have happened recently that have caused this, and have caused the morale to plummet. So we've got a list of topics that we're going to go through one by one, and we'll just have a little casual discussion about what we think of WWE at the moment. I'll have some thoughts, some big thoughts on some issues, and feel free to let us know in the comments down below what you think of our opinions and what you would change. But yeah, let's get into the first sort of talking point, which is the moral standards of WWE at the moment. What do you want to do? Do you want me to start off? Do you want to start off, Jack?
You start off. You start off.
Okay.
This is a big thing for you, more stands, isn't it?
I am quite strong with it. In many ways. So, I mean, it all stems from Brock Lesnar. Then bringing Brock Lesnar back. He is not cleared from his allegation. He's also been named in his allegation now. So they've got no excuse to say that. And they've decided to bring him back for a John Cena match, which I don't think anybody really cared about. If I'm honest with you, in my list of John Cena retirement tour matches, I don't think Brock was on there for me. Maybe it was for some people, but I just cannot see a world where they thought this would be a good idea. For PR state, for morale standards, for a lot of situations and issues, bringing back Brock Lesnar is not a good idea. Jack, what do you think on it?
I think the morale at the moment, in general, I think is a bit low. Not just for the Brock Lesnar thing. I think people aren't happy at the moment with WWE and in releases of talent. For example, I think one example I'm going to say she probably knows Karen Cross.
Yeah.
When obviously I was quite surprised when he said he wasn't that overly shocked or like uproared about the issue. So I think a lot of the fans are, because what annoys me is, it's been for years at WWE where a talent gets over by themselves with no help from the company whatsoever. They would never recognise that person, and it just won't put that person in a bigger picture in the card. So I think after you got released, or before you got released, that press conference thing they're doing now, where there are chances for we won't cross and Triple H. I think it was intentional. I genuinely think Triple H was saying. I think he misheard it, because Brock and Cross, it sounds similar, but you can tell it's something Cross.
Why would they be chanting "We want Brock" in a situation where they got a Brock?
I know, exactly. Why they say that doesn't make any sense. I hope it was done on purpose, just to try and bury him.
Yeah.
And I think Cross did some great work. I think booking wise, again, I think WWE were trying to book him to make him look stupid, try and get the fans off this bandwagon, so to speak, which I hate and despise at the moment. So I think the morale for that and for sort of the fans is a bit low. Again, with the Brock thing, you said the morales are, they're the same thing. He's not been. It's funny because he's been named, but he's not getting legal challenges made to him. So he's not being sued. I don't think. He's just been named in the lawsuit.
Yeah.
But when you look at Brock, you're going to think those allegations, which I think would be a bit of a damper. I think a little bit. But it means never say never to anyone coming back, does it?
That's the floodgates being opened, to be honest with you. And I just think there's a lot to it with that. The fact that they decided to scrap press conferences because of bringing Brock back is so fucking cowardly on their behalf. Like, if you're going to bring someone back like that, take ownership of it and actually speak about it, rather than carry away like Triple H always does. never takes account for what he does or what the company does. He always just brushes it aside like it's nothing. I think also what we should would need to talk about with the morale and bringing someone like Brock back is Nick Khan and the entire company being. I don't know if I want to get too political here, but they love to show the president, and
president.
Yeah,
All right.
they love to align their allegiances to a certain side. Now, I've got no issue with doing that, but I only think that when you do that, you do divide a lot of the fans. For example, I just think Triple H in the White House being shown in WWE, I get it, because it's Triple H, and they want to do it, but I just think with on top of everything, is still not going to help. It's just going to want to push more people away. And I can't see a world where they think that that's a good idea. But also, I don't know if they actually care if they think it's a good idea or not. I think they've shown with bringing Brock back, or even alluding to situations, they don't care anymore. I just don't think they care anymore, which is why they've scrapped the press conferences, because they ain't got to hear about it. If people care about it, they can just get on with it and do what they want to do.
I agree. I think recently they're I think what it is, I think for years WWE has always been like a niche, you know. I think they're trying to expose the business and industry to any possible avenue they can, be it politics or company like streaming services, try and get new eyeballs on the product, which makes sense. But like you said, it could cause issues, because I think on that point, I do remember seeing that apparently when they showed in the arena on SummerSlam, when they showed video of Triple H at the White House, there was boos, obviously.
Yeah.
So I think what it is, a lot of the fans, I think a lot of fans, they watch WWE to get away from the world. The last thing you want is seeing all this world stuff, real life stuff, and things. Like, you want to get away from politics and just enjoy wrestling for 2-3 hours. And you're seeing that the guy in charge is doing stuff for the president, and people may not like that.
It divides people. It divides when the company's already down. Ticket prices have skyrocketed to a point where I can't believe what they're doing. To the point where Nick Khan wants to work to put his workers to death, to constant. I just everything screams this is toxic, and we're going back to what it was before.
Well, they're desperate. They're desperate to. Well, I think what it was. I think it also wasn't it. They're in debt. Or debt.
They are in debt. They're a lot of debt. TKO
they're trying to
debt.
Squeeze as much cash
everything they can do, which is why every single match is going to be a fucking sponsorship by the end of the year. Literally every title is going to be a sponsorship around it.
Well, I've been saying this. I think I've been saying this longer than you have about
I know
the stuff on the run, how I hate it.
Yeah, the canvas.
And I think you weren't bothered now by it, but now it's getting to the point now where it's just everything is a sponsor.
The thing is, I didn't mind the Prime logo in the middle, because it's in the middle of the ring. You can kind of get it, and then SmackDown, and they do the WWE logo. I don't mind that, but what it did do is it opened the floodgates for all of the other shit to come on, which is the only thing it did, because obviously they were able to now make advertisements on the ring. It's open season. Anyone is going to want to try and get their name on that ring, which they have done. Literally every single sponsorship I can think of has had their name on that ring at some point. But yeah, it's just everything is so corporate. Everything is so backwards. The celebrity integration is too much. It puts people away. It puts people off, because, I mean, we all have different opinions on having people in to wrestle, but it's not even just that. It's the people around the ring all the fucking time. They've got to say who's here, who's watching. I know. How about you get some actual people that want to watch it for ticket prices that aren't so much, and celebrities will fucking get the tickets that people can't afford.
I agree. I agree with you. I think you make some good points there, and I think that the morale thing for that. I don't think it's going to get any better. It's going to get worse. I think this is the direction they're going to go down, and they're going to be all guns blazing. They're not going to budge
No.
because the end of the day now, they look at us as money. That's all they care about is the money in your pockets. They can try and spin it and say that we care for the fans and the product and whatnot, but at the end of the day is all they care about is that money in your pocket and your wallet, and they get their
Yeah.
hands on it. So
Yeah.
they're not gonna, because I'm sure they see the stuff about ticket prices and things like that, but
Yeah.
they've just got their fingers in their ears.
And it makes me
And
laugh. Sorry.
I think as well that they know that wrestling fans and WWE fans are loyal, so they know they're going to purchase those
Yeah.
prices, which we did. Overpriced shows for Raw and Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just think that this is going to be the new normal now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. And obviously, this is a WWE discussion, but we'll talk about little things. We'll talk about the fact that I was looking at the prices for Forbidden Door for AEW and their ticket prices for O2 Arena for a pay-per-view that is highly thought of. It's at one of their big shows. £30 to get to a high-seated place in the O2, which we know is not a bad place to be in, honestly, anywhere really. For £30 is ridiculous compared to what WWE would do in that situation. For a Money in the Bank or in any other situation, because that's what I compare those sort of shows to. That would be like 80 quid. 100% that would be 80 quid. And to think of that, and also them counter programming AEW has to stop. It doesn't do anything for them. I know they've also said they want to make TNA the second biggest promotion to stop AEW from getting other staff, which I think is so fucking hilarious to think of a company that has that much, as a Netflix deal, has all these massive stars, and they are still thinking of AEW.
Mm.
You're showing weakness by doing that, in my opinion.
It's only been this last year they've been doing this,
Literally.
really. So I don't know why they're so scared and want to kill AEW, because I think everyone knows that in terms of the history of the companies and the amount of money they make and things, AEW won't be as big as WWE.
No.
I don't think, but it could be bigger than WWE in terms of fan participation and
Popularity.
and passion. But in terms of business wise, the company WWE is going to be the biggest company.
Yeah. It will always be the biggest company because also it's had the history to back it up.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's so funny to me because it's like WWE was trying to put this across that they will work with anybody. They'll work with anybody. They've bought AAA so they can control that. They're basically owning TNA at this point. And now they want to bury AEW. It's like really, really, really collaborative wrestling. And I know people will say that AEW did it first, but I would also expect AEW to do things like that because they are the second company trying to get bigger. And they're trying to stop WWE. Doing that is fine. But WWE doing that, to me, when AEW have stopped doing it, is also really shady.
Mm-hmm. No, true. WCW did it. They tried to compete with WWFE. TNA tried to do a Monday show on Raw at the same time. It didn't work. So AEW, you expect those companies to do that, but you don't expect the A company
to
try
things.
and compete with the B company because it doesn't make any sense. But
No.
it just shows how really they just want one company in this business. That is it. They don't want any other companies. It's like the Premier League, for example. It's like they're trying to sort of kill off the other brands.
Mm-hmm.
So,
basically what it would be like.
And I'm surprised at Triple H. I thought he wouldn't have done that. I thought he'd just focus on what they're doing. But I think a lot of it, though, is this TKO ownership.
Yeah.
They're so desperate for brand supremacy, and they're desperate in money, and as many fans they can take away from AEW or other companies to WWE, they're going to try and do.
And it's a shame, and obviously, if you've looked at the history of this channel or just in general, Jack isn't a fan of AEW. He doesn't hate it, but he doesn't watch it. I do, but that's why and also, to do a counter programming on a pay-per-view for AEW that is a big pay-per-view, I think is really stupid anyway. Because you're taking viewers from yourself. Because I guarantee you there's a lot of people that still watch AEW and watch WWE, and that is just making them go, alright then, well, I'm going to watch AEW then. Why? That's just what I mean. Like, even if they did Saturday when AEW, or did Sunday when AEW's on Saturday, it's like I can get that more because the eyes are there, but the people aren't. So you're taking people to go to that, to go which show you want to go to. But it's just really stupid. I just don't get it. And that also comes down to more morale because you're just pushing more people away. The more they do it, the more they'll push more people away.
I agree.
I think we'll move on now to more of the creative and product side of things, because I think Jack has got a lot of stuff to say on that one more than I do, more of the actual PR side of it. What do you want to touch on those, Jack? Because I know we've talked a little bit recently about the endings.
Well,
Raw, for example.
I think probably I'd say since WrestleMania, I think the product has tanked. I think, in my opinion, if you compare this time to last year, I think we're in a whole different position now, in a worse position they were last year. I think with storylines, with rosters and everything. So I think one of my issues was also, I think everyone had an issue with the massive Cena heel turn. I think that's my first thing I'd say, is how I think it was poorly executed and poorly, I wouldn't say poorly built. It started off really well I think with the Rock thing, and everyone assumed he was going to align with the Rock in some way. I think everyone had that expectation. I cannot believe that WWE did not see this coming or think that, hang on a minute, the Rock's done now. Because the way it was executed, with the beat down and the Rock standing in the ring, standing over Cody Rhodes, to me, that means, right, the Rock's going to be involved still with this Cena stuff. When Cena came back after a few weeks, we went into Belgium and he did the promo, and I knew from that point it seemed a bit because he was talking about like the fans being horrible to him. That's not been Hill. So in that case, I'm thinking, well, why did the Rock have to be involved in the first place? Because Cena could turn heel on his own without the Rock being there. That's my first red flag. And it was going right with the bill. And I thought maybe the Rock's going to be at WrestleMania, because I think everyone knew Cena was going to get his 17th world title. A heel champion, and I thought, great, here we go. It's going to be the Rock. It's going to help Cena, regain the belt from Cody Rhodes. It might be a bit more storytelling. So maybe it could have even ended there with the Rock helping Cena get the belt, and then it could have ended there. But obviously we know what happened with Travis Scott. A, why was he there? B, what was the purpose? And see where they're going to go from there with that. But when he came out, everyone thought it was going to be the Rock as well, not Travis Scott. And everyone had had a really sort of sad taste in their mouth.
Oh, it was awful. But also didn't help the match was awful as well.
No, the match, I think Cena was quite slow in the ring, and everyone was sort of critiquing Cena's match.
The first bump when he took it, we watched it together in my house, and I was like, oh fuck, you might be in for a rough one here.
I know, it was.
He's actually got better since then as well.
But the funny thing was, at that point, storyline wise, things were quite good. Obviously, but we had the Saturday night with the Seth heel turn and Paul line. That was fantastic. It was just this is only one minor thing with this match, and I think after that it was, I don't know, when they turned heel, it just didn't seem it was going anywhere. Like we were just rushing to get all these people out. Like it was Randy Orton 2-week build, then it was CM Punk 2-week build, then it was something else. It was all rushed, and I know you got a year. You're trying to cram everything in 1 year, and then the crowd also started to cheer Cena. So this heel turn to me wasn't working. Cena wasn't doing nothing majorly heelish. It wasn't really beating up people, making them bleed. He did the belt thing and the low blow and the dirty tricks, but there's nothing that convinced me that I hate Cena for what he's doing.
The issue I think with Cena's heel run overall, and I know what you say about the viciousness and him not beating down. He became a chicken shit heel. He became the heel that uses really cheap tactics to win. Really desperate way to win. Which I don't mind. Which I wouldn't have minded in the WrestleMania win. Because I get it. Because the whole point is him getting 17.
Which he did.
He did. And he got it. But also, you think back to the heel turn. How vicious it was. How brutal it was. How vicious Cena was in it. It wasn't like Rock was doing the beatdown. Because we know what Final Boss character's like. It was Cena doing it. We don't normally see Cena doing things like that. I would have loved to see, and you said it many times, Cena actually do that throughout his entire time, and actually destroy the people that he's had a history with, and we love as fans. Because if you destroy Randy Orton, if you destroy Cody Rhodes, destroy CM Punk, people are going to be like, Cena, piss off, like stop, we don't want you to do this, and that's a good thing. But his run was the same match every time, the same ending every time. And again, I agree. I think the reason why they did the short runs with everyone is because of Cena's, schedule. But what I don't get with that is why couldn't you start a rivalry with Randy Orton 3 weeks or for a month when Cena's not there anyway? Start it before he's back and call out Cena in the middle of the ring to the camera, or have Cena appear via satellite that I said before that they could do. Just to have more moments. And now, they're stuck in a situation which we were talking about recently. Who the fuck does he retire? Who retires Cena? It ain't gonna be Brock because it's too soon. It can't be Randy again, because we've seen that.
Punk.
Could it be Punk? We've already had that, and they said they don't want to do it anymore.
No,
Styles.
I think maybe it could be, I don't know, a Seth Rollins or Braun Breaker, that type person. I think they're going to try and look at someone to help build.
I think I agree, but what more can they do with Braun Breaker? He's also on a different side that has nothing to do with Cena.
I know.
It's just they put themselves in a situation.
Well, he's on SmackDown.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so it's good something from the SmackDown roster. So, but then as well, one thing as well I want to say as well is that in that promo in Belgium where Cena was saying that the fans wanted new thing, you get nothing. I think it didn't help the fact he had his same theme song.
Everything was the same.
Yeah, I think if he just did a complete 180 on his entire gimmick, his look, it would be more credible.
Yeah.
And then fast forward now, because he had some decent matches with Randy Orton and CM Punk. And when you get to the SmackDown before SummerSlam, 2 days forward they're going to fight, just out of the blue.
Turns face, yeah.
He turned face, and that to me knew that they cocked it up. Thought it's not working anymore. Turn him face, and I knew it was going to happen. I wasn't expecting it to happen, but not in that way. I was thinking like maybe
a bit of a build to it.
Cody gets beaten down by someone. And Cena sort of walk up and he stops and he turns around and he runs down and my god, he saved Cody and everything, that kind of thing. Yeah. The promo like, I'm sorry, I was being mean. I got persuaded by someone. I'm back to normal now. Yeah. Ooh. I think that was poorly executed. Yeah.
Very lazy.
Very lazy. And the match SummerSlam was pretty good. Obviously, that Cena's now a face. Apparently, they're going to be doing Cena and Brock in September
for the AEW in the same AEW show. Yeah,
that's the plan apparently. Yeah, so it makes sense because I think Brock's advertised for a couple of shows in September. So it's going to build to that. I think as well for the product in general as well is, I think it's deteriorating. One thing I'm annoyed with is, I think they're starting not to listen to fans again. They want, for example, Money in the Bank. Remember that night? The Money in the Bank ladder match. You cannot tell me people were clamoring for an LA Knight win. Social media was completely like, he's gonna finally get the briefcase.
Last chance, as well.
And they didn't pull, and it was good, I suppose, with the Seth Rollins thing. But I think a lot of fans just wanted to see LA Knight get the belt because he's worked for it. Again, he's one that got himself over, really. Made WWE listen to their fans and forced him to put him in this main scene. And I think that's another thing that frustrated me, was that really turned me off WWE for a couple of weeks. I thought I can't go to watch anymore. the angle with the Seth thing was quite good. But again, I think his faction thing. I think, in my opinion, I think it's a little bit stupid.
Yeah.
You may disagree with that, but
I do. I don't disagree that it's been a weird mix with them. But yeah, I just think overall the creative is so bankrupt. It's creatively bankrupt. They don't know what the fuck they want to do with everybody. Some of the people they just discard and push away for ages. They just fucking threw away R-Truth like it was nothing. He had a good character going with Ron Killings, and they absolutely just went, nah, we can't be fucked anymore. They don't want to fucking use Kamala Hayes in a good way. They are obsessed with Jey Uso. They are obsessed with nostalgia and nostalgia waves that they cannot push forward. And what the fuck do they want to do with new people? What have they done with Rusev since he's come back in?
I know.
Penta has done fuck all since he's come in.
Penta's doing quite well for the first 4 months.
It's the same thing every single time they get someone else in. And can luchadors not always work with luchadors? Please, for the love of God. Not every luchador has to be in the LWA or be associated with other Mexicans.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to really contradict myself, because I actually like the team of Andrade and Rey Fenix, which is something I've just said don't always want to do. But they do it all the time. It's something they've always done. I don't get it. Like, Street Profits did fuck all with their tag title run and lost it to the Wyatts and like that.
Well, the White Six, I think, is a good example of
the White Six.
They're finally starting to get their stride now.
I think the issue with them is there's a couple of issues that aren't always WWE's fault, but they think they could have done even without Uncle Howdy, because we all know Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas, was injured for a long time, which was why they were on TV for a while. But they could have still done something. They could have been like on SmackDown filming this from the day after SmackDown. They were seen lurking, following the tag teams and stuff like that. And Joe Gacy was in the things, in the crowd. They could have been doing things like that fucking ages ago. To be like, we're still here. You know, don't keep your eye on us. We're still here. Our leader might not be, but we are. Could have been doing something from the. Also, they did things where they have injured people come on screen even when they're injured. Why couldn't Uncle Howdy do that anyway?
Yeah,
and have them still about. But anyway, that's a light thing compared to everything else. But it's just creatively they are so backwards and they're so boring.
I'm tired as well of being boring. Is the last 2-3 Raws now had the same ending to the show every single time. But a big match ends in a DQ. Can we try something a bit different?
Also, it's not just DQ, but it's having Seth's faction on top every week, like they did with the Judgment Day back in 23. Like they did with all. What is it with these factions that have to be on top every single week to show they're dominant? We know they're dominant. You've got Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, and Bron Breakker. You don't need to have them on top all the time. I just...
Mind you, though, I have to say that the faction I was never fully convinced on, because I thought Bron Breakker was doing great by himself.
Yeah.
I thought actually when you joined the faction, it made him look a bit goofy. I thought a little bit, and like Bronson Reed holding a range of shoes, I think it's childish, a bit silly, a bit goofy. I think that's just how I see things. It's not a bad faction. Don't get me wrong. It's good.
Yeah, it's just So we know the faction's a little bit in and out, but it's one of them. But yeah. It's just creatively, really, they don't know what they're doing. Some of the stars, they just don't know want to use them, don't know how to use them. Like, Sami Zayn is ridiculous at this point anymore.
That's another thing as well, I want to mention as well, is what happened to Jacob Fatu? So that's just completely gone now. Yeah. He's just not chasing the title now. Now Sami Zayn's chasing the belt. I think Sami needs to turn heel. This underdog thing is ridiculous now. It's dry, it's stale, it's old. Yeah. I think a heel turn is what's needed for him. That's not happening anytime soon because he's going for the US belt. But I don't know, everything just seems so dull. Nothing
Bland, really
excites me.
stale.
Nothing really excites me. I think it's very predictable now.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously Seth's gonna hold the belt. I think to me it's obvious that they're gonna go for. Well, I really thought they might do like a Braun Breaker Seth Rollins for the world title, but I think they're saving Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins one more time.
Yeah,
So maybe January might
yeah,
start seeing this faction breakup.
yeah.
I don't see it lasting long.
No, it won't be long.
Faction doesn't seem one of these long factions
No,
because eventually Paul might turn on Seth or
yeah,
Rick might get too big for his boots and wants to leave the
yeah,
faction.
yeah, yeah.
I'm tired of the MFT faction thing. I don't like that.
It's a bit. Yeah, the issue
Too
is
many too many Samoans.
it's not just that. It's what they're doing with them. They're all the same. They don't differentiate between them. Like, and I don't want to be mean, but JC Mateo doesn't feel that good to me.
No.
Out of all of them, and it's funny saying because Tongaloa is very botchy, but even
Yeah.
he has a better presence than JC Mateo to me.
He does.
And also, where the fuck's Tamatonga? They've just went actually when he's the best one out of the next lot with Jacob and Solo, and they've just gone. We'll leave you around for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just
I think as well
shows the lack of it.
is this bloodline thing. I think it's now run its course now. I think it's not the same anymore. They should end it because
Yeah,
I think her Solo was like this is the third or fourth thing in another chapter. It's like
yeah,
it's not the same anymore. I don't look at them as the bloodline. It's just
Solo's great.
yeah. It's not
Yeah.
a bloodline group. They're not going to take over the company
No,
with dominance and whatnot
no,
because all heels. There's none of them there. There's not one I can pick out that I could say you'd be in the world title match.
no.
I thought if I looked at Roman's bloodline, you looked at a Jey Uso. I think great Jey Uso. I think he was getting a lot of momentum.
It was at that
Maybe
time.
Usos. You could think at some point they'll be in the world title picture. They're being built quite well.
To me, in ring, Jimmy's better than Jay.
I think Jimmy's better. I think
Yeah.
Jay's got more personality.
Yeah, but Jimmy's a better wrestler.
But yeah, I agree. But also, I think as well is there's no characters anymore.
No, there's not.
Everyone's the same.
Yeah.
So
Which is why I like Wyatt Six, because they are characters. Roman's a character when he's on.
Because you can disagree with Vince, but Vince always said about we could put with Disney, we make characters.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at characters, it takes you away from the real life world. You take you to this other world. But now there's not really many characters.
No.
They're all the same. It feels like they're real people. Back in the old days, and even like 10 years ago, there were characters.
Yeah.
Now there isn't. Everyone's the same. I suppose people might think, well, it's a mature audience, and make it more of a mature product. But I like having characters.
But you can still have normal people be characters in real life. You've got characters in real life. It doesn't mean you have to be a superhero or a villain. And also, that is what wrestling is. When you come down to it, you've got superheroes and you've got villains. That is literally what it comes down to. But there's no character development with anyone. Like the character development with Sami Zayn should be he's overgrown the underdog story, so now he's a bastard.
Yeah.
Because he can do it, and he doesn't care anymore. He's like, that should be a heel character. He should be a heel with the underdog story because he's being heelish because no one believes that.
It's like the Karrion Kross thing and Sami Zayn thing. I couldn't work out if Karrion Kross was a heel, was he a face?
Because they were booking him as a heel, but the fans were cheering him, which it's like it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, and which is why, in a way, if you remember back when the Bloodline was going crazy, Sammy was getting cheered because he was basically the Bloodline was basically turning face at that point anyway, because it was becoming a point where Sammy and the crowd were so on side with the stories, and that's another thing. Where's stories? There isn't stories anymore. It's the same stuff every single week. It's the same stuff every single pay-per-view. There's no difference. There's no change.
No.
It's just it's the same bland stuff. And this comes to my next question, Jack, which is what do you think WWE can do to change it?
I think number one, listen to the fans.
Yeah.
The social media, they'll tell you exactly what they
Mm-hmm.
think. I think that we need. I think we need We need more characters. I think we need. I think more, but maybe storylines that make you invest in someone, make you feel emotion. So like with the Bloodline, it made the fans feel like there was anger, there was happiness, there was laughter, there was sadness. One example, when I think it's the best moment of that year, when Sami Zayn turned on Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
that crowd noise was insane, and that made you feel like, oh my god, and then also
Yeah,
you
yeah.
felt heartbroken. Where's that gone now? There's nothing like that anymore, is there really?
No.
I don't get that with the Vision or what
No.
group's called now.
No.
When they stand up, oh, don't care really.
Yeah.
I think tone down on the programming. There's so much
Yeah.
programming they do. All these PLEs, fucking every 2 3 weeks, there's a PLE coming up.
Yeah.
I think to let things breathe.
Mm-hmm.
They're rushing things.
Yeah.
So, like I said, back in the older days, it was pay-per-view, 4 weeks pay-per-view,
Yeah.
4 weeks, 5 weeks pay-per-view. Now you've got pay-per-view, 2 weeks pay-per-view. We're what, 3 weeks away? 3 weeks ago from SummerSlam, we've already
Yeah.
got Clash in Paris. Then
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks later, you got then you got the September show.
Yeah.
I think as well. Probably I'd say, like I said, about political stuff. Keep away from the real world stuff. Look, if someone watches a WWE show, let it take them away from the real world. You got on this thrill ride.
Yeah.
That's what I think AEW is doing quite well at the moment. Is their some of their storylines of what I've seen are quite good, and people get invested in the storyline. It takes you away from everything.
They've turned it round to the point where they're at the moment the A company in terms of storylines, popularity, and morale. 100%. And the thing what I love about AEW is that is why, and I'll tell you now, AEW pay-per-views, WWE cannot compete with AEW pay-per-views. They are 10 times better than WWE. A lot of that comes down to the fact they aren't all the time. They are sporadic. They are every 4, 5, 6 weeks. They aren't all the time, which gives them more room to have more matches on them. So you have more of a reason to enjoy it. There is not a pay-per-view in the last 4 years of AEW that I've not gone, that was fucking A-class. Whereas WWE, I can't say for the last, apart from SummerSlam, when was the last time you went, that was an A-class, B-level pay-per-view?
Not many this year. I can say that.
It's a shit show. To put it lightly, at the moment.
And I think as well is one thing I think you've mentioned about as well is the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
In both men's and women's. How many superstars can you say that you know who they are?
Oh, music.
2 seconds of their song.
I know. The issue is, well, technically a lot because they've all got the fucking name in the intro.
Yeah.
But that needs addressing. I don't think that helps anybody. And there's a difference between not liking a song and every song being the same as well. Because I know you don't like Becky Lynch's song, for example.
Not really, no.
Some people do. Where I don't think in the history of Def Rebel there is a more conclusive agreement that they are not a good music production team.
Nope.
The only themes I think they ever do right are Bloodline. And Bloodline. I don't think, because Penta's song isn't Def Rebel. So they've got someone in to do that. Becky Lynch's isn't technically Def Rebel because they got a band to do hers. But I cannot. Def Rebel needs to go, and they said they were gonna go. and get licensed songs. But where's Seth's song? Not that.
I know.
There's so much we could say about music that I don't think. I'm running out of time because this has gone on a long video. But what I will say, Jack, to wrap it up, one question to you, and it's a big one. And I wasn't sure if you caught on to it at the end. Is this irreversible? Can it be changed?
Yes, it can be changed.
It can be changed.
It can be changed. It changed in 2022 when things were looking quite good for the company. Albeit as pre-TK merger. It can be changed. Will it be changed? No.
Because what I would throw back to you with the 22 thing is the man that brought that back is the man that's in charge now.
But when he was in charge of that company was still...
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think he's not helping. I think he's making it worse as well.
I think he's in a bit of a dip. I think with booking. I think he's desperate to make this mainstream. That's what he cares about. Is making it mainstream. Money is what he needs to do. I think they're trying to do all the celebrities and Netflix deals and ESPN deals.
We didn't speak of that. The ESPN deal is potentially $30.
Yeah. And do you think some fans will follow? Nick Carr thinks someone's going to follow.
Probably will.
Have to. If you're going to watch it.
If you're not watching it,
how is he going to watch it?
Yeah. Or they'll lose people, and then they'll backtrack.
You don't realize how good it was with the network. No.
Crazy stuff.
Netflix now is shit.
It is, yeah. Also, what have they? Netflix. This is a different topic, but what the hell has Netflix done with their update? The way the fucking things move is so shit now.
I've not noticed it.
It's really bad, yeah. It might. I don't think it's a Netflix thing. I don't think it's because I watch it a lot on console, but I think it's a Netflix thing. But they've changed it and it's ugly as hell. But that is going to come to the end of our discussion because it's been, I think, nearly an hour long. But I will like to leave you with this one final thing. In the comments down below, let us know your opinions and your thoughts on the current state of WWE. Can it be changed? And what your thoughts on our opinions. Please be kind. I've been Billy.
I've been Jack.
And thank you so much for watching. There'll be more videos coming on the channel very soon, and I'll look forward to seeing you there. Until the next time, like and subscribe. Ta-ra!
Ta-ra!